Busy people and lots of yellies, Worcester hipsters and fed up townies. We have more than pizza in common, with two rocks for bookends. New Haven, New Haven, New Haven, between two rocks.
And welcome back to the Between Two Rocks podcast. I'm your host, Josh Levinson. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're switching it up a little bit this week. I've been thinking about the original format of the show was meant to be like rotating co-hosts, and then I just kept inviting Colin because he's like always on my like recent text messages. So basically, also like we're friends, so he's hanging out all the time. But we got away from the original idea, and so I think in the future I'm going to try to rotate the co-hosts a little bit more. So in that spirit, my co-host this week is returning Shaina Hotchkiss.
Hi.
Hey, welcome back.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, I like being here.
Yeah, I know you're like such
it's fun.
I know you're like finally somebody's recognizing my radio talent.
My radio
back.
My radio face, y'all.
It's no need to go there. You're a lovely young lady, Shaina. But yeah, and you also have a good voice for it. So
Thanks.
yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
How's your day?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went to Hammonasset for 3 hours, laid out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have the baby or just you?
Nope, me and Melanie.
Actually, you really can't call her a baby. She's like
Yeah,
pretty.
she gets very mad.
Yeah.
I'm a big girl. I'm like, okay.
How old is she?
She's 3.
Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not really a baby.
Yeah, she's
so
a big
yeah.
girl. She still acts like a little baby, but
Okay,
you know,
cool.
it's natural.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I played kickball today and we lost.
Oh.
And only partially to my fault. So it's good. But I'm actually surprising how much I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like we were talking a little bit about like making new friends, and it's how like we both know a ton of people.
Yeah, we
right?
do. Mm-hmm.
And yet somehow we still enjoy meeting new people.
Oh yeah, it's my
it's
my favorite hobby.
I don't know what it is. And so we went and we hung out at Corsair Pool, which I don't know if anybody's been, but it's very nice. But it's also heated, which is like when it's a warm day.
In
like
this
today.
weather?
Oh yeah, it's like this is not refreshing at all.
So it's a giant jacuzzi
Yeah.
instead of a pool.
Well, it's not hot. It's not hot. It's just heated. It's warm.
Okay.
So, but it was kind of fun, like sitting there, like being like the sober person, watching all these drunk kickball people like gallivanting by. I'm like, I remember when I used to have fun.
Yeah, what did you say? Double X Heineken or something? Or triple?
Oh, Heineken 0-0.
Oh, 0-0.
Yeah,
Double
I've been slamming those
Okay.
Heineken 0-0s. Yeah.
Zero
So-
alcohol Heinekens.
I mean, honestly, Heineken's such a poor beer that you can take
Might
the
as well
alcohol
just-
away.
yeah, it's so
exactly.
bad.
Yeah, exactly. There's no loss at all. I was like, oh, this is just as bad as Heineken. Perfect.
Yeah, so it's consistent.
Exactly.
I do like that. That's very important.
Absolutely. Cool. So we've had fun. It's a beautiful Sunday here in New Haven. It is September or something.
Yeah, don't skip us
19th?
ahead yet. Geez.
I don't know. Some
Ooh.
date, it's probably.
I think it's the 21st.
No,
No,
22nd. 21st is yesterday. I had a show in
Oh,
Westport.
okay.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, how did that go? I was going to
Funniest-
try to... I don't like to really rush to things that
No,
I'm
no.
keeping spontaneously in my life.
So I was in the funniest comic in Connecticut competition, and it turns out, spoiler, I'm not the
Oh.
funniest. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the audience was pretty clear about that. So I was like, okay,
That
it was
sucks.
fun. No,
Who
it was-
won?
Nobody's won yet, but there are comics who've been doing it for like 20 years. So yeah.
Wow.
So it's hard to like match
Just
that.
jump in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing fine. It's
Next year.
fun. Next year. Year 6 is the year I'm going to be the best comic in Connecticut. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna finally surpass those 20-year people.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies like, what is going on around here? It's my favorite thing in the window here. Anyway,
Yeah.
we should introduce our guests so they can also
Yes.
join in this conversation.
Lovely guest.
I can see them. They want to talk. They're like, come on, I have opinions. Let me get them out. All right, well, you can. So our guests this week are co-owned. I probably should have figured this out ahead of time, right? How to introduce them. I find it's best to
I
figure
mean,
out.
it's just we roll with it.
They are the co-owners of Kawit, I think. Is that right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, perfect. All right, end of podcast. Well done, everybody. Kevin McGuire and Seth Wallace.
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
it's going good. This is Kevin's voice you hear
Yeah,
first,
this is
by the way.
me, Kevin.
This
Kevin
is Kevin.
McGuire.
This is me, Kevin McGuire. And Kevin is a local chef as well. I know you worked at various places over the years.
Yep. Prime. Oh, well, here in New Haven, Prime 16.
Okay.
Central
that.
Steakhouse.
Oh, okay.
That one.
Ill-fated.
That's an old one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ill-fated. That whole location is cursed, though. I can't blame you. It's only, I would say, 30% your fault.
Yeah. There was way more going on besides just me there. Casius, Olmo, Cheese Truck.
Okay. Casius was one of my all-time faves. Oh,
Mhm.
man.
Mhm.
Still brings a tear to
Rest
my
in
eye.
peace.
R.I.P. I know. That and Ben Tara are the two restaurants I'm just like, God.
Yeah, why?
Why did you go?
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah, I pulled a couple shifts at Bentara too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. God, that place is so good. It was right across the street. Anyway. And Seth?
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
Great. And you can talk now. So
I
that's
was
good.
the one who wanted to talk. It was
Yeah,
me
I
who
can
wanted
see
to
you
talk like
bursting from your
Yes.
chair. It's like, oh my
I'm doing
God, I have
fine.
opinions about pools. Come on. Put me in, coach.
But I didn't. I did well.
No, you did. I mean, if you interjected, it would also be fine.
That was like
It's
a whole
not-
2 minutes that I didn't say anything.
No, it's good. Yeah.
I did.
I
Excellent.
don't know
Held
what the
back.
right format is for that because like I want to do like a quick,
Yeah, a little
No, it's
jibber
nice.
jab and then
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But I also want the guests to feel like they can just jump into any conversation that is happening. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? And that
You asked
we don't
for it.
have to stay on topic. You know, if we even have a topic, I don't. Did we write a topic? We did. So Kawit, what the shit is Kawit? It's a pop-up restaurant.
Yeah, right now we are doing pop-ups.
It's a
around-
Filipino. Just so we're clear, is that right?
Yeah, it is a Filipino barbecue restaurant. So we
Okay.
also do American barbecue and Filipino barbecue and combine that with traditional Filipino like food like pancit and
Which everybody definitely knows what that is.
Yeah, pancit.
But like,
that's-
we'll pretend for a second that I don't know what that is.
all right,
and
I'll
you're gonna
pretend
explain
you
it to
don't
me.
know.
Okay.
And so it's
It's an old trick in the biz.
yeah, cornstarch noodles, which is like a very like thin noodle that it's hard to find.
Yeah, I was like, I've
cornstarch
not even
noodles.
heard of a cornstarch
Yeah.
noodle. Do you have to make them?
No.
Okay.
No.
No. Is that just like too much work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That definitely takes some industrial equipment to make.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
Mhm.
Cornstarch
Did you even know
noodles.
cornstarch noodles existed? I mean, we could
No,
start there.
I did.
right?
Yeah, but I just feel like I guess I don't understand that any noodle requires an industrial application. I just assume that noodles can be handled on a personal basis.
Like handmade noodles all the time.
well, not all
every
the time.
single
No, all right.
noodle that's
Okay,
made.
I guess I get your
Little
point.
little
Yeah.
threads of cornstarch.
You have to grow the cornstarch.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
You're supposed to be
cornstarch
talking about-
noodles, vegetables, soy sauce. You just saute all those together, and it's pretty much like as common as you would find like lo mein or chow mein at a Chinese restaurant. Like
Yum.
it's
It's called
it's-
pancit.
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 Yep.
I really like how the question was, what is Kawit? And you're talking about noodles.
Well, because then he also
Right.
And also I'm
needed
pronouncing it wrong.
clarification.
Kawit.
It goes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
People there will
Yeah,
pronounce
Kawit.
it both ways.
I-
Like,
Okay.
I've heard like
right.
What does it mean? Does
So-
it mean something?
Right. This is a part of the question. Do you want to?
I mean, you're allowed to talk to.
I know, but it's your family.
No, I forbid it. Seth, you sit this one out. Kevin, I want to
boy.
hear from you. No, I don't.
All right. So Kawit is a city in the Philippines in the province of Cavite,
Mhm.
which is it's about an hour's drive from Manila. This pop-up restaurant concept, I named it after that because that's where a bunch of my family came from.
Okay.
We just went there to visit like last month,
Yeah.
month and
Okay.
a half ago.
Mhm.
So do you go back frequently?
That was first time as an adult.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, went
And
several
you're
times
not a
as
young
kid.
adult. Kevin.
Correct. Not a
For
young
everyone to
adult.
know.
Oh, man.
We're not doing like around the table, right?
What was that? This was how old we all
Yeah.
are?
Oh, it's
Young
bad.
adults,
No,
yeah.
no, no, no.
We're all young adults.
I think I'm the oldest, but I'm not 100%
Somebody
sure.
the other day said something to me, and I answered, and she was like, "Wow, thank you so much. I really just needed to have an adult say that to me," and
We're upset. Yeah.
girl.
Take a
I mean,
deep
yeah, I'm
breath.
the sober guy hanging out with a bunch of drunk kickball people, so I'm definitely the kickball dad. Where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's enough,
Kickball
everybody.
Wow,
Yeah.
self-titled. That's awesome.
I'm fine with it. I've just accepted my old age.
I don't drink, so
Oh yeah.
I do
Cheers.
not.
Did you
I
ever
tried-
drink?
I did before, but been 10 years without it, and
Wow,
I'm
nice.
just
Yeah.
way better off without it.
Yeah.
So
Same.
I
Yeah.
try to only drink on Saturdays now. It's my new rule.
That's a
good
solid
rule.
So
rule.
then it's like 4 days a month, which is pretty good
Okay.
compared to what could be just like, whatever.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just have a glass of wine with every meal.
I still try not to be sober dad of the group, though.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I'll let them make their mistakes.
Yeah,
Actively
no, obviously
shirking
we're all smoking a ton of
responsibility.
weed. Nobody's saying otherwise.
Right. Yeah.
No, we're not trying to face life sober, exactly. Just, no booze.
Horrible.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's like, I think that's everything you need to know about Filipino food. I feel like we
That's it,
really
we're done.
covered
That's
all the
it.
bases.
Bye, everybody.
Call it a
I
day.
learned that cornstarch noodles exist.
Yep,
and
they're
I
delicious.
figured out
Sauteed with soy.
that there's a city called Kawit.
Yeah. But it also, that name Kawit translates to it's a hook. It's a shape.
Okay. He made a little hook with
and-
his finger for you.
Yeah.
It's you really fucking
Wait,
missed
you
it.
need a
can't-
narrator voice for when you do. You have to be like, he made a little hook. with his finger."
Yep. It's still
Not that
hooked.
good yet.
Yeah. But yeah, we named the concept after that, and after I came up with the idea of maybe cooking Filipino food, I'm like, all right, I got to learn how to cook Filipino food.
Nice, yeah. It's good. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how comedy worked. I was like, I'm going to do comedy now. Ooh, I need to learn to do comedy.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. But your family's Filipino? Or at least some of them?
Yeah. So
Like, did you grow up with the food?
yes, I grew up
Okay.
with the food, grew up eating it.
Mhm.
My mother was the Filipino one. My dad was Irish Polish from New York,
Boo.
Buffalo specifically.
It's a great combo, though.
It's fine. Yeah, it's good as any.
I'm here now.
As good as any.
It's exactly. They're all equally fine.
Nice, Josh.
Real egalitarian.
Just for the record, yeah.
But it's true. I think that all nations are equally bad. I mean, I don't know.
And then when combined, it just sucks.
Well, yeah, exactly. They
Equally
all right. It's like a symbiosis of just medium. This is how I stay. This is how I stay away from cancel culture. I don't even know what he said. Was it bad? Was it good? I don't even know. Cool. So like, so you grew up eating it. Is it like a comfort food for you? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely a comfort food. Like when I'm figuring out like recipes that I feel should be put on the menu, it's like a lot of it is how do I remember it, tasting, things like that. Because I spent like a lot of my cooking career like cooking other cultures' foods.
Yeah.
So like
hamburgers.
Yeah, hamburgers, steaks, and Italian like hand making pastas and things like that. Doing
Hand making
charcuterie,
emphasis.
Oh yeah.
hand making.
Hand making.
Yeah.
Those are the hand.
Okay, why are you raising your eyebrows at me when you say that?
I'm glad you let everybody know. It's not just my mouth that makes any sort of communication.
Good.
But yeah, so it was like one of those epiphanies where, oh man, the answer was right in front of me, right inside of me this whole time. I just never took advantage of the fact that I grew up with this and never
Right.
pursued cooking it. So
Right. So you were, because maybe did you have an idea? You want to do your own restaurant situation? You've been cooking for a while. You want to do something different. So you were just trying to maybe figure out what could be different in New Haven.
yes, I forget what the number was or
Like, how did this all happen? Give me like an origin story.
Right.
So you
Can
found,
I?
so you got
yeah,
bit.
yeah, no,
you
definitely
got,
jump in, Seth.
you got bit by a spider. Yada yada yada.
So yeah, I mean, so he's been cooking for. We've been together for 10 years. He's been cooking for longer than that. And he, everybody.
I have tasted some of his food. I've been to a couple of your.
It's
Just I'll say it
delicious.
is great. Like I came over to a party once, and this dude had been like aging meat in his basement for a while.
True.
And I don't usually fuck with meat, but I'm like, this guy aged it. I gotta try it. Like
It's
that's
basement
just
meat.
Yeah.
It's basement meat, exactly.
yeah.
You don't
Can't
say
say no
no
to
to
that.
mean from the basement.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. Not
That's your
not get
soundbite
invited
from
back.
the show today.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've never regretted anything I ate in a basement, honestly. So
Well, there it is, everybody.
You can go down in my basement and eat a bunch of stuff. Like, so it was such a pleasure to watch him like develop these different skill sets, and he really is no small feat to say something like, I need to learn this whole like regional cuisine. I need to like really dig deep into the techniques that we're using and the history of it. And he absolutely did. So it's been really cool as like a non-chef to watch him like grow and teach himself. And like we have a million cookbooks. There's always experiments happening. There's like a whole drawer that I can't reach in our kitchen full of experiments that I don't know about, which is probably for the
just like
best.
brains
You-
floating.
That's how
knowing
marriage
that the
works, you
drawer-
guys.
So, yeah, exactly. It's great.
Yeah.
So, we were talking for many years about like you should start something because it's a tough industry. Working for other people forever in the culinary industry can
The restaurants
you're not
come and
getting a lot of
go,
benefits.
especially in New
Yeah,
Haven.
Working
Yeah.
for anybody else actually is pretty training.
yeah.
And
So
then
Oh,
in
I
the
actually
restaurant
find it very
industry alone.
comforting.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Yale, you handle it. I'm just gonna come to work. I don't want
Right.
to try to get involved in running anything,
yes, and that health insurance.
except for a blog,
really.
obviously, and a podcast.
You do a
and
lot,
comedy.
Josh.
No,
You
it's
do.
fine. anyway,
So it was kind of like this whole like start something, but
Yeah.
like, but what, And he did come home and he said, I want to learn Filipino food, and I was like, but you don't know how to cook Filipino food, so he learned.
That's good that you discouraged him immediately. You're like, nope, this dream is bad.
There's a theme here. No.
That's good.
And then he was like, I want to do Filipino barbecue, and I was like, but you don't know how to barbecue. But then he learned that
wow,
too.
you're so
He's
many
actually,
no's.
I think
He'd be a great
Kevin's been
improv
perfecting
partner.
his barbecue for like
years.
as long as I've known him.
Yeah,
So
for
that's
years.
A lot of meats
Yeah.
involved, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I did a lot of meat smoking while I was at Casius, but trying to like smoke meat and create barbecued meats that are tailored to like suit like eating Filipino. That was like the biggest like learning curve right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many like
What
different
makes it so
rubs.
different? Different rubs.
Yeah, different rubs.
Okay.
I mean, that's all.
Is that a lot what it is? Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Okay.
and
Diff-
the cooking
We
apparatus
just gave
is
out
not
the
much
secret
different.
of all cooking.
See,
Wow.
Yeah,
Way to
different
go.
rubs.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But no, so what we did about a year ago, we're almost a year old, after he had
Wow.
learned Filipino food and after he had learned barbecue and combined those two, really the menu is a few years in the making.
Mhm.
And it's very innovative. There's no such restaurant like it in the entire state. So when we do finally find a brick and mortar, we're in a very nice little niche. Niche? One of those
Niche.
things?
Yeah.
I've honestly never
Potato,
figured
potato.
out.
I know, right? And I went for it, and then I
Potato,
second
potato, I
guessed
think with that
myself.
one.
I really should have just rolled with it.
I go niche.
I say niche, but
Like
I can't
niche,
tell
like
if
Like a
niche.
soft key. Right. Yeah. That's good.
can't tell if
I
I'm
go back
being
and forth, and
pretentious
I
or
feel
not.
that they both feel wrong. So
The more you say,
You
if we don't
ignore it.
stop now, then we're gonna get all weird. about it.
I feel like
Yeah,
niche is
that's
the right way. I just feel wrong saying
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
I say niche like
feels
quiche. It
pretentious.
just- yeah, but
It is
you know what? It
pretentious.
is.
It is, yeah.
What
If you
about
s-
like spot, like angle? That's much better.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Right.
Spot.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
How about hold to fill?
Hold to fill. Right.
hold
Need.
to fill?
A need.
Like customer need. Right.
Yeah, or like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was
Yeah,
like, where
so
are we
there we-
going
now
with
we're
this?
It's like
What
a it's like a
I steered
restaurant
it
in New
back.
Haven that we
Don't
don't
worry,
have
Josh.
that we need. It's like
Gotcha.
a hold to fill in New Haven's
Gotcha.
restaurant scene.
So yeah, hopefully it will be, and we've gotten
And
that
you're gonna
response
fill
from
that
our,
hole. I appreciate it.
you know, that's what we're here for.
We're here to fill New Haven's hole.
Ooh.
Yes.
Make us
Wow,
fall.
less than 20 minits in.
That's
We're
his
doing
sound
great.
bite.
You said we could say anything.
Aren't
You
I
have
the
to-
co-host? Yeah,
yes.
it should automatically go a little bit sideways.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask for anything else.
And
So-
we can swear.
So it's a pop-up right now, which basically means that you go to places and have like a limited, like one-time, like one-night menu, or
Yep. Yeah, we do. We are very customizable. So we've been in so many different spaces. We
Mhm.
did our first one. It'll be a year ago next month at Ordinary. Next week, the week after, on October 10th, we have one that we're really excited about at ShareCon. So we will go into any existing space and we will work with the chefs, or if the chefs like for example, if it's just a bar and they don't have food, they want to add that on.
right?
So sometimes we function more like in the capacity of like a catering service, sometimes more like a food truck, but most of the time like residing in an existing establishment.
So you like go to a restaurant, you're like, listen, your food is trash. We're
Yeah,
gonna
ours
make
is
good
better.
food,
Yeah.
and then
Or
we're
places
just gonna
that don't
serve
have
that.
food. Like
Right.
Two
Right.
Roads.
No,
So,
that place
like-
I get. All right,
Yeah.
all right. But I'm more like,
Two Roads
but
is
like a
great.
Share Con where they're like, well, we already have a menu. How does that
Right.
work? Where
So
they're
they have
just
a
like, no,
fantastic
but we're gonna
menu.
bring good food. Like how? I don't understand. Like how does that pitch
So,
work?
well, I mean, so
And
the
they do have
thing
good
is
food,
like,
just be clear.
it's kind of like different businesses like supporting each other. They actually
Mhm.
like reached out to us to like, you know,
See how they can
it
help?
feels like more
Collab.
like they're trying to, you know, help us
Help-
out a
Oh,
little bit.
really?
That's
You know, like
I think, well,
Aw.
there's street Indian food too.
Yeah.
So I think they
Yeah.
really appreciate street food culture. And
Yeah.
so that's like one way to help you guys
Yeah.
definitely get your legs, so to speak, off the
The
ground.
nice thing
and-
about a
It's
place
like
like
same
that
continent.
is,
Come on.
and same with September in Bangkok. I like restaurants like that because I feel like they're really innovative and it's very easy to kind of reduce like what you think of as like, I'm doing finger quotes, ethnic cuisine, you know, which is like such a loaded word.
Non-Italian.
Yeah. Considering
My
where
God.
we are, yes, yeah.
In Connecticut. I mean,
Right. Yeah. No. So seriously, and so I think a lot of places will do the same dishes, and I really appreciate establishments and restaurants in the city that are doing something different. They're cooking within that
absolutely.
style, but there's always something new, and that's part of sort of our philosophy. It's
Yeah,
nice to
and that's
not
what I loved
have-
about Bentara. I was like, Malaysian
Mhm.
food. I don't know what that is. It's amazing.
Right.
It was great. You
It
know,
was
and they had
great.
like a little bit of like, almost like Thai stuff. You know,
Yeah, they
for
had
your,
some
like,
traditional, I would
accessible-
say, yeah, more traditional
right. But
items.
still, they had stuff I never heard of. It was awesome. It was
Mhm.
Mhm.
I miss that place.
Yeah, no, it is great. Welcome to the Bentara is Gone Forever podcast.
We should call it that.
That would
Brip.
be a very niche title.
Right. Yeah.
We nailed it.
If
We
you
nailed
have
that
no
word,
idea
you
what we're
guys.
talking
I
about.
think
Wow,
we all
that's-
agreed.
Cool. So they reached out to you and were like, hey, we want to.
Yeah, places want to offer
Try
something
something
new. They
different,
want to
yeah.
keep things fresh. And so in
Yeah.
this particular case, Kevin and their chef Brian worked to create a mashup menu. So all the dishes, we call them Filipindian.
Yeah,
So it's a so it's a Filipindian feast. And they're dishes with mixed influence from Filipino and Indian cuisine.
Mhm.
So really, truly, I mean, both of those things are unique enough as far as
Yeah.
the way that we do them, and then to combine them, it's going to be really spectacular.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
There's
are you
so
getting
many
hungry?
flavors. I am getting actually very
I
hungry.
mean, like I have gummy bears, but that's not
Is
gonna
this
do it.
happening? Please tell me this is happening in 1 hour because that would be a really
No,
good time.
it's
for me.
totally not. So
October 10th?
you might want to drink more of that coffee.
Bullshit. October
We got a
10th.
ways to
What
wait.
day of the week is that?
That is a Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, 5 to close.
Right.
Five
So
to close.
yeah,
Share
Thursday,
Con,
October
over by the
10th,
Yale
5 to
bookstore.
close. Yep.
Awesome.
And we'll do like smaller private events as well. So we're very flexible right now.
Do you have like
but
a food truck or is it
um,
just like a
nope.
just a straight up pop up? So
Mhm.
like that's interesting because you have to like be able to cook in a bunch of other people's kitchens,
Mhm.
right? That
Mhm.
can't be easy.
Yeah, that is never easy. That is always the challenge. And
Yeah. If you can see his
if it-
pained face right now.
Yeah.
it's just like,
Eye
was
rolls.
I was using this format to like not show the eye roll,
A
but
couple
thanks.
years turned gray.
yeah. But we ratted you out so
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
No loyalty.
yeah,
Yo,
but
hold up. Does this water bottle have a USB port right now?
It's a speaker.
Oh yeah, that's a speaker on top of it.
oh,
okay. But it's a water bottle.
hmm
Is that Block Island?
hmm
Okay, it's a Block Island water bottle with the speaker that screws on.
My bestie Dallas gave it to me for my birthday.
Okay,
It's one of the best gifts I've ever gotten.
Wow.
Honestly.
Yeah,
And the
it's
battery
good.
lasts
Me
a
one
really
of
long time on the top.
I'm really sorry, Kevin. I just like
no, it's
my
cool.
mind got
That's-
very. I was like, whoa, what am I looking? Why does this water have a USB port? What kind of
Mhm.
fancy ass water you got?
I got
You
some
need to
really
recharge
good
it?
fancy water from Block. I get it shipped in every week.
Oh,
I gotta plug it in
Yeah,
to
that
get
doesn't
the.
happen.
I gotta plug it in to get the electrolytes in there. Yeah,
I mean, that'd be nice. That'd
That
be
would be
actually a
pretty cool,
You
yeah.
might have thought of the best idea so far.
it's good. I hope somebody listens to this
Okay.
and comes up with it.
This is how Josh doesn't stay hungry the whole podcast. He like gets onto something else and then he doesn't
Yeah.
think about food
having chefs
anymore.
on is actually brutal. I gotta say, like I'm gonna have more like.
I don't think it's so bad.
no,
When you
just
have
make me
chefs, make
hungry.
them bring you food.
All right, next time.
Oh, that is a really good idea.
Well, what?
Notice I'm mentioning that now.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
was just gonna
yeah.
say what happened.
That was
Yeah.
that was a
We
strategic
could have.
move.
You
I
guys
really
could have
didn't
done
feel like
that. I
cooking
would have
today.
definitely taken some garlic.
So anyway,
rice,
using
you
other
guys.
people's kitchens.
Guess we'll have to come back.
garlic rice.
Yeah, so we-
the part 2 is happening now.
We trapped you
Okay.
into one.
We'll give a review on
We'll
how
see.
you think the food
on-air
is.
taste test.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, that's fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
so
God.
no, we go into other people's houses, so to speak. Not their
Yeah.
houses, but like their establishments. It's interesting. Yeah, it
Have you
takes a
heard
lot of
about
flexibility.
this? Have you heard about this home cooked thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
Do you have any opinion on it?
What does that mean? What's home cooked?
So home cooked is basically like you go into like a chef's home and they make food like family style for everybody there. Like it's almost like I don't even know how to describe it, but you basically go to like you have to like be pre-approved. I believe you have to like go into somebody else's. I think so. I think the idea at first was they were like restaurant chefs, right? But they would make you something experimental in their home, and you would pay to go to that. And then like other people could host it. Is I think how it works. I don't know if anybody correct me if I'm wrong on this.
I feel like I heard about this, but it was called something else. Am I wrong?
I think it's a Yale startup.
it
so.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Oh,
actually did the
but-
same
went through
accelerator
collab.
program as we did. Yeah, the
Yep.
collab one.
Okay.
So,
So you were in the same cohort?
We were not
they
in the
call
same
it?
cohort.
Oh, okay.
No. We were in the same cohort. Some of the other ventures who were in with us, and like a big shout out to that whole program, by the way, because that was a huge part of turning Kawit from like, oh hey, we have this idea to like, oh wow, it's like legit.
Yeah.
Like the first class.
Our first guest, Caroline Smith, is an integral
Yes.
member. Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah. So Collab, for those people who are listening who do not know what this is, Collab is a local organization. Caroline and Margaret are fantastic people, and they do a lot of like small business consulting and entrepreneurship consulting. And
Yep.
then City Seed is another local nonprofit that does all sorts of things about nutrition and access to food. And so they came together and they built the Food Business Accelerator program. And really, like the first day that we both have multiple jobs. We're super busy. We applied. We were like, all right, let's just see if we have time for this or whatever. The first day that we're all in class together, not only are we getting to know each other, but I'm looking around the room. All the food projects are so different, so diverse. Even like there was a couple teams, for example, that did vegan food. They do them in completely different ways. I just loved that it was like such a thoughtfully put together cohort, no competition. There was no like, oh my gosh, we're doing something too similar.
Yeah,
And
too
they
many
had
places, and then it's like, oh, somebody turns up dead. You're like, God,
Exactly.
every time.
Those food feuds, they
so
get
many
really out of
murders in this
control.
collab.
Poor Caroline and Margaret.
Oh, God.
I mean,
fine.
she willingly came
No
on
one
as the
has
first
died.
person, and she's seen me do comedy before, so I feel it's her.
She's used
She
to
follows
it,
me on
yeah.
Twitter. Like
Everybody
I
should know you have a
okay,
dark
okay.
side.
She follows me on
Right.
Twitter. Like she sees the fucking worst
real.
thoughts. Yeah,
The
like
real
Twitter
Josh
is like the just
Levinson.
totally unfiltered word. That's
Wow.
where I'm gonna like get really in trouble for saying something. So that's where the darkest thoughts go,
Banned.
and then eventually get promoted to Facebook if they're good. Anyway, so the collab, the food excel.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So we were literally pitching the idea to each other on the first night, and it just helps you start to think of something from like, oh, I'm really alone and I want to, like, we want to open a restaurant, but like now we feel connected, we feel organized. Even the stuff like you almost know what you don't know, whereas before I was like, I don't know where we're gonna get money from and what is
Yeah.
a business plan, and like like it wasn't legit, it didn't have legs, and now I can say like, here's my business plan, and like here's my projections, and here is where I'd like to be, and here's our menu, and here's our operations manual,
Right.
and like
and it's like to know ahead of time, hey, here's what we can probably afford to pay rent. Here's what staff
Yes.
will probably
Right.
cost. Like
What
these
equipment we need
There's
in
a
the
lot
kitchen.
of logistics.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
you
God, it's
think
been
about,
huge. Yeah.
and I'm just like, holy cow.
So it's wild because we've been reflecting on this year and all the amazing, and we love every single event. We love seeing people enjoy the food. We love when people who have had Filipino food come to us and they're like, this is almost as good as my grandma's. That's
Right.
the highest
Yeah.
compliment.
Aw.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I mean, I've had better than grandma, but close to
Ooh,
grandma
poor
is
grandma.
totally fine with me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a win.
That's
I mean,
a home
honestly,
run.
my grandmother's Filipino food, not great. Not great.
Really?
Yeah, she was very English.
Was any of her food good then?
She made these Toll House chocolate chip cookies,
Like from the box?
break and bake.
I
Like,
guess.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Back then it was probably just like
I
cut
don't
the
know.
plastic and cut.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something
What
like
they were
that.
pretty good though, but
Okay.
I don't know. She kept her recipe with her to the grave. So
Yeah, because it wasn't hers.
right, probably
Wasn't
yeah.
hers to give.
We'll
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll just wonder forever.
I mean,
She's
that's
got
kind
the
of
Toll
how.
House frozen package like with her.
I don't know how it all went. Yeah, I don't know how it worked. My mom claimed they were unreplicatable, but I think she was just lazy. It's hard
She's like,
to
I'm
say
not
for
doing
sure.
this for you.
Yeah,
That was a once
not in so many words.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Those recipes are long gone, son.
Cool. So you're looking for like a brick and mortar location right now,
We
currently?
are,
or-
yeah.
Okay. You're
Like
on the
full
market.
blown restaurant space or food truck or sort of any of the like or
We're looking for like the brick and mortar restaurant. Like if any of those other opportunities can stem from that, like we might jump on that. But we're looking for this.
Yeah, that's not the
yeah,
intent.
home.
Because like even with like the food truck, it's not as romantic as it used to be. Like you're mostly tied to that one spot on the
Right.
street, unless for some reason you're able to afford to hold two spaces.
Plus, you work in a fucking truck, which is gotta
Right.
be brutal.
Yep, you're heavily affected by weather.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like you need a different permit for every city
Right.
Yeah.
that you go to.
I think
You know,
it's all like, I think the food truck honeymoon will be pretty over
Short, yeah.
soon. I'm just like, cool, man. How many trucks do I need to eat out of? I don't know.
I mean, I do like
I
the
like to
ones
sit
that
at
are
a
out
restaurant.
there.
I don't know. I'm lazy.
Yeah,
You what?
I love the ones that are out there, but like logistically, it's not.
Right.
It's not what I
There's like
want
a
to get
saturation
myself
Plus
involved in.
seating, I mean, it's sort
Yeah.
of all just,
Yeah.
yeah. You want the seats. You want people to come in-house and
The
have the
sense of
experience and come
hospitality.
back.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Exactly.
I did see I think we were in Providence. There was a
What were we
diner
doing?
truck that was
Oh,
it
yeah, you
had
could walk
seating
inside
inside.
of the
Like a big
truck.
bus.
Yeah.
See, like,
But
that's
it was
legit.
like a diner inside.
I would
like
take
the
like a Mac
rambling-
truck. I would take a Mac truck.
Yeah, you've
and-
seen like the
That'd be
Rambling
awesome.
Inn,
Can you
right?
see-
Like that
oh,
bar.
yeah.
That's
The
like a
trailer.
truck.
Yeah, the trailer.
Yeah, it's like a trailer.
It's like a
or
horse
like
trailer
bar.
outfitted to be a bar. Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of
pretty
thing.
cool. We can't really say the bar, which is like,
See, we should
fun.
upgrade the party bike and get one of those things driving around the city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a traveling bar. That'd be pretty dope. You should drop
Serving
the
drinks on
stupid
the
business
sidewalk.
model you're working on.
Yeah. Let's switch
Really?
this
Those plans.
podcast.
So,
Filipino food? Really?
Yeah, new
Okay, guys.
podcast.
Next.
Should definitely
Hey, we're
listen
Seth and
to
Kevin from the
my-
traveling
yeah.
bar truck.
Yeah, right. Oh, that has no ring to it. I don't like it.
Man.
Cool. Are you like looking in a certain neighborhood, or are you just kind of open to wherever, or are you thinking like downtown or bust, or?
Well, I would love downtown. I do love like the State Street area, like Upper State Street.
Yep. I heard the
But
new place is really good, Tavern on State
State.
or
I'm
whatever.
going
Yeah.
next week for the
I
first
have
time.
not actually
I already
been, but
love
the
them,
reviews
though.
are
It's good. I've
great.
been
Yeah.
there.
yeah, and hoping to see like what some of these new like retail spots look like that are underneath like the Audubon development.
Okay, yeah.
There's like a bunch of like mixed use buildings that have
Right, they're being
empty
built
spaces.
or
Right.
yeah.
Potential.
I mean, I think spaces around here, it really makes or breaks your concept. Like there's plenty of good places that have closed because, in fact, one of our favorite, not in New Haven, but West End Bistro in West Haven is about to close next week. It was one of our favorite breakfast spots.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Why? Because of the whole
I don't
plan
know,
over there
but
by
I
the
think,
water? Or
No, I think.
Yeah, I was like, how could Haven possibly cause any trouble?
I think if you don't get like people coming in during the day, you don't get the lunch crowd, So like if I have to leave my office and I only have half an hour for lunch or even an hour, reasonably, like I can't go from East Rock to like the carts at the med school and be back having gotten like, I don't know, a container of like delicious soup,
Right.
It would take me most of my break. And so I think
I like how you picked the least portable food. Like soup.
I was just thinking it's my favorite thing to get
I think
over
soup
there.
is the easiest. You
The
have those
spicy pork
Tupperware things
soup.
that
Yeah, that's
basically
true.
just they seal even tighter as soon
I'm
as it
just
gets
imagining
hot.
myself
Yeah,
holding
those are-
the thing of
yeah.
soup while I
So
ride my
good.
bike. Spilling soup all over myself.
Okay, well, some of us drive
you don't
everywhere.
have like the soup container for the
so-
Well,
bike?
right, yeah, I've seen you in your big ass car driving around everywhere.
Shut up.
Yeah. Some of us care about the earth.
That's
so
okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I own a car. I just don't drive it ever. So, cool. So you're looking for a place, but obviously you got to deal with fucking Yale, etc. And rents down here can be pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it's
Also, the parking is tough. Like
is.
I do
Yeah.
like
You need
State
to have a
Street is
space with
better because
with
you do have a
parking.
lot more spots that aren't designated, but at least there's parking down there. Because now, I mean, Upper State Street is getting some vibes. I mean, you're just walking around. It's like totally fun now.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
it's
it
really-
has been.
Yeah, I was
been
thinking it's
like
always been fun,
but
right?
it's like
Yeah.
really coming around.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I can't believe September Bangkok is still open. Like that's
What?
that
This place is the
No,
best.
place
We
is
love
good,
them
but I'm
so
just saying,
much. Yeah,
like,
Wayne
that,
is great.
that
Wayne
is the
location is
best. Shout
cursed.
out.
So
I don't think it's cursed. I think
yeah.
he's got it.
Yeah.
He's got it. I really hope he stays forever. It's such a fantastic restaurant, and they're doing a lot.
Cool.
Yeah,
So go check out September. Bangkok.
definitely.
Don't check out any of this.
Don't be
Filipino
offended
food.
if you own something in the city and we're not mentioning you. We love a lot of places.
Not me. I am purposely
We also
leaving
don't
you out.
love a lot of places.
Cool. So it's in the
What is-
process.
I would like to know what your favorite dish is to make.
just ever.
No, for Kawit.
Okay.
but then ever, I'm also curious.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we do both? Is that an option?
Like ever in our whole lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I would like Kawit first.
Kawit
Like, what
first,
is your
yeah.
favorite that you think is like your best? Whether it's the most fun to make, the presentation, the flavors.
And then what dish would you recommend for me who's never eaten Filipino food and you're like, this is a good crash course?
Also, don't you not eat meat or something?
Yeah, I don't usually eat meat, but a
He ate
special
the basement
occasion.
meat.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I ate the pig at the campground because it's
True.
just like
Well, you have to.
exactly
Again.
like there's
Things
already
you have to do. Yeah.
someone already killed this pig. Like there's
Right.
nothing to be done
Right.
now. Except
Now
eat the
you hope
pig.
that you eat all of it, so none of it goes to waste.
Sure. Yeah.
We did.
Sure.
So,
Right. It was
ugh,
so good.
I still can feel the sodium in my body from that.
All right.
No, I don't think that's the pig's fault.
No, it's not.
That
Let's
was a
not
week
smack talk
ago.
a pig.
That was a week ago. Yeah.
It's more psychological at this point.
Wow.
Anyway, Kevin, please.
So actually the dish that I really like to make right now was actually one that Seth came up with. Like I executed it,
What
but
did I do?
it was Seth's idea.
What did I do?
Oh boy.
That's
So-
a great idea. Did you?
Yeah,
get it?
Seth had
You
a
have a
great
lot of good ideas.
idea.
I can do Filipino food too.
Exactly. That's
right.
what I'm trying to, say here.
Thanks.
But it was the kare kare green beans dish
Hell yeah.
that we served at our last pop-up.
That was a good one.
So kare kare is like it's like the Filipinos' answer to like a peanut curry.
Okay.
Essentially, you've got
Oh, yeah.
braised oxtails in this like pretty much a peanut sauce. It's pretty thick, thickened up with rice flour, and then you just serve it with green beans and sometimes eggplants or what do you call it, bok choy. But what we ended up doing was taking a side of green beans, or long beans in this case, which they're like green beans, but they're like 3
But
feet
they're long.
Huh.
3 feet long.
So you
Wow.
can customize the
It's like
size.
hot dog versus foot long.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You picked the most sexual bean. I like
Yeah,
it.
I told
the
you.
sexy beans. Yeah, just call them sexy beans next time.
Okay,
Ooh.
sexy long beans coming at ya.
So
Yeah,
we
just
cover
salvage
these
shop.
sexy long beans with this this peanut curry sauce, and we give it like these drops of really nice annatto oil that gives it this like very bright red coloring over it. Finish it with like some cilantro, and then fishiness is like a big part of Filipino eating. So a lot of times they serve it with like this side of it's a fermented shrimp paste called
Ooh.
bagoong. But what I like to do is I dehydrate them, turn it into dehydrated shrimp crumbs. So it
okay.
actually makes it a little less fishy. Still gives you the flavor.
Yeah, I mean, we
But-
said fermented shrimp paste. I was like, well, I might be
Yeah.
out on this.
Yeah. So I
I don't know
You'll
what
eat
that
it.
is.
You'll eat it for
I
sure.
will eat
Yeah.
almost anything once.
It's balanced.
it definitely
Wow.
Try it.
You would
Wow.
eat it more than once.
Yeah.
That's good.
it's definitely by dehydrating it not only creates a unique presentation, but also it creates like a really good like a first impression of the dish, and
Because
also
you see
the
little
cuisine.
specks all over it too. Does it
Yeah.
look like-
I love
And-
crumbles
It looks so
on things.
good.
Anytime you can add crumbles,
Right.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
Okay,
period.
good to know. Good
Yeah.
to know.
yeah,
Is that good to know for you? Does that help?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, like
that's-
new
yeah.
potluck theme or something.
Some people
like
don't like anything like at all
Oh,
on
man, I
top.
love
You know, like
crumbly.
Pro crumble.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay, noted.
but yeah, that was a very beautiful dish, and I think it summed up the spirit of what we kind of do, like in the side of like innovating the cuisine to like bring to the masses, and
yeah.
Yeah.
it was Seth's idea.
All right.
This
This
is
is when the
awesome.
sound effects come in of the applause. Or,
That's right. Trumpets, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Eamon is like writing down the time, so maybe. Yeah, we'll find out in post production, I guess. Well, we
Oh,
all listen to
man.
this later.
And
like,
then what
wow,
other sound
there were
effects?
a
Yeah.
shocking number of sound
So I
effects.
trust
in
you.
this.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You trust me. Well, it was an interesting move. Yeah. Cool. I had a cousin who was Filipino, which in retrospect, I think maybe was adopted. I don't know. But as a
Okay.
child,
You don't have them anymore.
I actually have no
Like
idea.
through marriage or something?
Yeah,
Or-
I guess it was like my mom's sister. I don't know. My family's very complicated, and half of them are like estranged, so you don't see them all the time because like a lot of times we just stop talking to whole branches of the family.
Oh.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of white collar crime in my family on both sides, which is interesting. But anyway, explains me in quite a
That's
few.
all.
Yeah.
I think we should have a part.
We should
two on,
unpack
like-
this. Yeah,
on, like,
yeah.
I think I'm ready for that.
Oh
This
yeah.
is another
On part two.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part two. Like, how many of your family members have been in prison? I mean, probably half-ish.
Oh,
I don't
completely.
know. I don't know. Half-ish. Yeah.
Wow. Over under 20?
Hard to say. Some I've never met, so it's like hard to know.
Can
Anyway,
you count them? If
but
you've never
this
met them?
Filipino cousin had two thumbs on one hand, and like he could control them both. But then he had a surgery to remove one, which seems like what a waste.
That's,
you know?
I mean,
like
why?
we eliminated the next step of humanity
And
with
then
a
got rid of
Couldn't you
it.
surgery.
play things better, like games and
Absolutely, yeah.
like texting?
Sex stuff. Think of it. I mean, he was a kid.
I already
but
did.
assume
I
he's
wasn't
an
going to go
adult.
there. I said game controller. Like, hello. That was as
Hello,
close to a
wink,
battery
wink.
operated thing as
Wink,
possible.
Hello. I wasn't talking about that kind of game.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
who's got 3 thumbs and can
That's pretty
Josh
good.
is
God,
kinda-
where is that cousin at?
yeah,
Oh,
really.
man, he would've
Well, now
loved
it's
that.
through. It was through marriage, and now it's through divorce.
Yeah, I
That
don't know.
sucks.
I
Yeah.
think he was.
No.
I think he was like adopted by like
Through
our
prison.
godparents or something. I don't really know how that. I think it was like my mom's cousin. I'm not sure. So anyway, so what do you think of that?
Story.
Please
good story.
comment.
Like,
What do you think of that?
Good story, Josh. Good story.
there's no segue, like no reason to even bring up your Filipino cousin except that he's Filipino.
And
Come
the two
on.
thumbs, that was also a thing.
I'm never gonna get a chance
My
to talk
God.
about this again. This is like my
Probably
one.
for good reason.
Well, you know what?
This
All
poor
right.
cousin is going to be listening, and he probably also remembers
My God.
exactly how he's related to you.
Oh,
and
God.
you like really hurt his feelings just now.
Aaron or whatever your name is,
Yeah,
please
you
text
just
me.
had 41
You know,
subscribers,
Josh
and then
at
it just went down to
between
39.
Oh, no.
Hey, it's me, your long lost cousin.
There was
Oh my
another
goodness,
lady
subject line.
cousin. I don't really know how it works anyway. So I hope they're
Lady
great.
cousin.
Okay,
Lady
well,
cousin.
you guys
I know some of
just
your cousins are sometimes ladies. You know, cousins sometimes be ladies. It is a goddamn wonder that people are willing to date me. It's pretty amazing.
Aren't you single right now?
I am single, yes. Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
This is
Isn't that nice though?
It is. I actually quite like it.
You probably
yeah.
like it after you were just in a relationship for a while, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
nice.
No,
it's
it's
comforting
nice.
to know that you still have yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's good. I'm coming out of that like post breakup depression. It's nice. Feeling good again. It's nice. So.
Okay. Would have been nice to win funniest person in Connecticut.
Sure. But that would have been. It was actually funny. So I had a date actually with me, and she's like, "I'm going to tell my whole family to like vote via text." I'm like, "Please don't cheat. No, I don't deserve to win. Honestly, like it's okay. Like
That was nice of her.
Yeah, no, it was very sweet. Like I was bummed out I didn't do better, but it was like I didn't deserve to win. Like I would hate to have advanced for like bullshit reasons. Like I'd rather like lose than cheat and win. Like I don't know. It's just personally how I feel about it. But
you got your integrity.
just a huge
True. Still got that.
So, in case anyone's listening, wondering
such
about that.
as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to talk about for this Kawit stuff? What do you think? October 10th.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Doing street
October
food?
10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So we will also be live streaming
What are we doing?
tomorrow
Oh yeah.
from
Tomorrow. Ooh.
We'll
Well,
be
probably
past
be
it.
too
Right.
late. Yeah.
Oh right.
But
yeah,
tell us-
yeah.
tell
Don't
us
say that.
anything,
because
Oh,
I wanna
aren't they
know.
saying?
Yeah.
I was like,
I'll
this will
tune
probably
in.
come out tomorrow-ish
Oh.
or Tuesday.
So get
Yeah.
on it, Josh.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So
editing.
then
That's
say
the thing.
yesterday.
But can we listen to it after the fact or no? Is it
I
only
don't know.
live stream?
Oh my god! Now I have to answer questions about social media. I don't know if I live stream
Yeah.
something on our Instagram page.
It comes
Yeah.
to us later being like, so and so started a live video.
But
and
then, like, is it saved forever? Oh my gosh!
Oh,
What are
yeah,
you
I
live
don't
streaming?
So
know.
embarrassing.
What is it?
Kevin
Me
is
drinking things.
No,
Not alcohol, obviously.
Kevin
right?
is Kevin is judging.
He's gonna start drinking again on
The-
Instagram.
Kevin is
That
gonna
would be
start
fucking
drinking
wild.
again tomorrow.
Could you imagine?
Oh
It's
man!
my David Hasselhoff moment.
It's like a
What
Twitch
is that? Did he
TV.
start
It's just
The
drinking
Hulk,
on
No,
yeah,
you
then
got to
turn
look it
into
up
the-
yourself.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not gonna talk
All right,
about
I'll
it.
do that.
Oh no, maybe I don't know what
so
we're
you're gonna
talking about
drink
either.
exotic beverages on Instagram? Is that what's happening?
Yes, SheerCon is having a mocktail competition.
Right, the non-alcoholic.
yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
Yeah, a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you should do that," and I was
Is
like,
that kid friendly?
Your friend?
"Probably."
Since it's not
non-alcoholic. But
yeah.
I'm just like, $12 for a non-alcoholic beverage or whatever is brutal. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm wrong. Yeah,
I
fine.
don't know the format.
I don't know.
Are
You
they
just have
gonna-
one.
I'm just there to enjoy myself.
free-
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
to tell people if they were good or bad.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Hell
So
yeah.
that will be yesterday.
That'll be yesterday. Yeah. By the time you
or
hear
last
this,
week. Yeah, depending on
I mean,
when
it
Josh
might
is
come
getting his
out.
shit together.
It might come out tomorrow, but
Maybe
if it
this
does,
will be
even
the
then,
urgent
you'll have to listen to it
thing.
within like an hour or so.
Yeah.
Like,
Hurry up.
like
Yeah.
you'll have to like get the notification.
You have
Ooh,
our
new
permission
episode
to
out.
fast
Bam.
forward to
Hit play.
Fuck, Marry,
Right.
Kill right now. Bye.
Yeah. That's true. Cool. So, anything else on that front, food wise? What's your favorite restaurant? Favorite new-ish restaurant? in
So
New Haven right
I'm
now?
still all about September in Bangkok.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite dish you recommend over there?
They have this beautiful tea leaf salad
Yes.
that is
Okay.
so unique.
Mhm.
A lot of their stuff is really solid, but yeah, their tea leaf
curveball,
salad.
and so he recommends a salad. was
I
like,
know,
whoa,
right?
didn't
No,
see that
it's
coming.
it's
Yeah.
something to get for
Yeah.
sure.
It is a
It is
great
really
salad.
good.
Really beautiful.
Great salad.
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tea
It's
leaf
like one of
salad.
those that you could definitely make yourself, but you never ever
Yeah.
will.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I was thinking about this morning about like.
Well,
I'm
they
not,
might.
I'm not like a huge brunch person, just because an omelet is one of the few things I can definitely successfully make myself.
Right.
Like I
I
just
don't
like
get omelets for brunch. That's not my kind of brunch food.
Mimosas.
Mimosas,
Sorry,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the brunch food.
So that's
the
really why
mimosas.
we're
again
Yeah.
feels very makeable at home.
Right.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
Right.
Yeah.
Economical.
Yeah.
Sensible. I like
Okay. Seth, I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about what you do. I know you do you work for Yale? I'm very confused about what your actual. You have like 5
so
jobs,
is,
right?
Yeah.
I'm very
Yes.
confused by your
So
actual
are most
employment
people.
opportunity.
Yeah. I'm secretly employed in a variety of different capacities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've always loved to kind of balance multiple interests, and every time there was a point in my life that I felt like, oh, if I like go do this thing, I'm gonna like only do that one thing. It's that big of a commitment, I kind of like being the jack of all trades. I feel like I would like shy away from those opportunities. I would rather do multiple things mediocrely than,
You're
Right.
speaking
So,
my language, man. Yeah, absolutely.
So that way I can, I don't know, it makes me more interesting, right? Anyway, no,
Sure.
so I've been really busy for a couple of years. So this is, so Kawit is a pretty big part of our lives, but we both are employed
jobs.
elsewhere as well. Yeah, we have day jobs.
He rolled his eyes so hard just now.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I mean, I love them now. Yeah,
I'm convinced. Well done. Yeah.
Really
It's
do.
for now.
No, my Yale job I love. I'm at the LGBTQ Resource Center, and this is my 5th year there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So what I do is I bop around the university, and I will do like workshops and conversations, almost like consulting on primarily like creating inclusive workplaces and, for example, issues like supporting employees during gender transitions or like doing just sort of general diversity education, or if there's like if you're like a physician's office at Yale, for example, I might come in to help you figure out how to change your forms and systems to make something more inclusive. Yeah, there's kind of like a wide variety of things that we do, and then we also do a lot of like culture and community building for our undergrads and our grad students. We have events and things like that. We have this beautiful space right across the street from the Yale Whale with a full kitchen and like a lounge area, and so people can come and spend a lot of time, make friends, cook stuff. Like it's really cool. So my job is like helping to build that community and provide that education, and it means a lot.
Nice.
Maybe you should do a Kawit pop-up there.
I have. So my boss is really.
I mean, I hear
protective.
kitchen, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
no,
was like, I
seriously.
heard cooking. I don't know.
hello.
But my boss is really protective of me not taking on too much. So every time I try to offer to cater one of our events, she doesn't let me, which is much appreciated.
Yeah,
You know,
guess,
because
right.
I really, in fact, I have
Just
an
double
event.
your stress.
Right, which
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I have an event coming up next week that's an all Yale, all trans dinner. So anybody who's like any kind of trans or gender nonconforming at Yale can like come and have dinner, and we'll feed you, and it'll be great. And I was like, and we'll cater it. She was like, you will not. I was like, okay.
Okay,
So
sorry.
I am ordering Italian.
Oh, well, that's. I
Um,
guess that's a fair compromise. I don't know.
Yeah. But no, I love it. It feels good to. I struggled a lot with things like this when I was in college, and felt very alone, and am really only now like kind of realizing how different I think my college experience was than other folks who weren't dealing with that.
Yeah.
We're about to hit our like 10-year anniversary reunion thing. I got out in 2010.
Yeah.
And
Where'd you go to school?
Connecticut College.
Okay.
Wouldn't do it again.
Is that in New Britain?
No, New London.
New London.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Oh, there's like a charter Oak College or something in New Britain.
Wait, isn't that a bank?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
know.
bank
It
and
looks
a
It's
like
the bank
fucking-
college.
It
It's
looks
the
like
bank
a
They
college.
take your
It's
money
weird.
and then
And then you don't
give
have
you a
looks like
degree.
it's like a
scam, I'll
one-stop
tell you
shop.
that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
There's really a lot of transparency with an
Yep, we'll
institution
give you the
like
loan
that.
and then
at
take
least
it
they
right
don't
back from
pretend,
you.
know?
I'm gonna have to say, like, I mean, for me personally, you were the first trans person I, had in my life, really, and it's been very educational.
You're
And
welcome.
I really appreciate it. Is, but like, and I can't even imagine how much that's been a part of your life. You know what I mean? Over the last 10 years, dealing with people like me who, who don't know and have to like learn. So I appreciate you.
Well, I mean, I think thanks. I consider that a really important part of my job. So that wasn't always a thing that was possible. I think like when we're struggling with something, we're not always the best advocates for ourselves. And we're not, like with restaurant stuff, for example, like we're very transparent about, like we don't know what we're doing in a lot of ways. Like,
Yeah.
we have a lot to learn. And I would
I feel like most restaurant owners don't know what they're doing, and the fact that you're willing to admit it is like a pretty good bonus.
Sure, yeah. I think sometimes like advocating for yourself when you're in a vulnerable position is really difficult. And so there were definitely periods of time in my life that I wasn't able to talk about that or feel comfortable around it or speak up for myself.
Yeah.
And now that after many years, I'm in a place where I'm very comfortable. I can be more articulate, and I can be that person who you ask those dumb questions, and I will tell you the answer to those dumb questions.
Yeah.
That you were too afraid to ask, and I will also tell you why you probably don't want to ask that to like your friend who's going through something, or so that's important to me because I can do it now, and I couldn't do that before. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I feel like if most people, if they're coming from a good place, it's like mostly okay. You know what I mean? So I feel about most things, but if they're not, boy, it's like a whole other ball game.
There
I
are
would
people.
say most people are not coming from a good place.
Yeah, I have
Discuss.
neutral.
Ooh, that was
I
about to
would
be
say
when I
people are
banged
more.
this.
I feel like people are more amoral than immoral. You know what I mean? They're more egocentric than like evil. You know what I mean? So
I like to find like even with people who, and I've had a lot of people like this in workshops and stuff. Like they'll come in and they'll say like I kind of like this, like I'm against this whole thing. I'm like, well, I still exist, so
Yeah.
I don't really
Right.
at the end of the day.
All your protests are not worth a lot to me.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Right,
you don't
like-
believe in me?
Right, yeah. Like, I'm right here. Hi.
Yeah, wow, okay. But
Right.
like again, it didn't always. It used to feel so personal when people said that. But now I'm kind of like, well, I believe in me, and also like we can talk about that. Like I've had people who I'm helping to find workarounds so that they can at least be passively kind to the trans people that they're working with, even though they themselves don't support it or believe in it. That was a lot of finger quotes.
I actually so distinctly remember being in a potluck with you, and you're like, "Oh, I'm going by Seth now," and I was like, "Well, either way, I know who you are, right?" And like, I thought this was such a like fun liberal,
You're
like,
so progressive, John.
right? Exactly. I was like, "No, I don't see names, right?" Like, you know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at in my brain. And like in retrospect, I feel shame about this. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's so much worse things to say. But I was
That's such
just
a
like,
sweet public apology. No,
yeah,
it's
but I
fine.
was sorry. Yeah, I was
No,
just,
no,
but it's
no.
like, but it, now knowing everything, it's just like, yeah, people just need recognition to like be who they are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And people just need a little bit of support to like feel like, yeah, all right, I'm on your side. I am, you know what I mean? I want to be on your team, whoever you are.
Yeah,
you know?
just basic, and basic human respect. You know? And
and
that's,
decency and
and I think that's part of what got me to this point in
Actually,
general.
you lost me there. Basic human
Yeah,
decency.
decency,
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa, yeah. You're not
Immoral.
special, okay? Like,
can't.
yeah. You're still a disgusting human.
wow.
Like all
That's projection, everybody. Right there.
yeah, we know. Yeah,
Just
we've
like
all
the rest
been.
of us.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really just wanted to shoehorn my apology in there. Anyway.
Oh
I
well,
owe you
yeah.
one.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you feel better now?
No, I don't.
No,
Yeah.
that's not. I mean,
no. I feel fine. Yeah.
I think that people who are genuinely curious and want to be supportive. I will get a lot of questions from people about how to support other people, and I really do believe that most of the time that's what people want to do. You
Yeah.
know? And there's a lot of like stuff that lives on top of that might be like misperceptions about things, or you might misspeak and say something that hurts my feelings, and then I might get all bent out of shape about it, and it's just this whole like. So I really like doing that work. And as Kawit grows,
It's hard to balance those things.
Yeah. So like sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to do restaurant stuff like all the time. This is so fun. It is so fun, and we kind of have like, we get tired, but we seem to have a lot of energy for it.
It is. It's hard. Like I do comedy. I do the podcast. But I miss parties with my friends. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, there's potluck tonight, but like I really need to go to this open mic because I really need to. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's so hard to do everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you wanna.
And then the weird part too is like when it does open, I've thought about this. Like I'm like, when it opens, then you keep it running every single day. So like
Yeah,
that's
then
another
it's
thing.
even more that you're right. Then you have
That's when
zero.
I'll be like, bye. I gotta go do more therapy. See you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Have fun running this restaurant.
Are you guys gonna have kids?
Well, right now our kid is kind of the restaurant.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of curious. I'm like,
Yeah.
is this restaurant's
Yeah.
really gonna eat your time?
No, it does. Yeah. And I mean,
Are you excited about this extremely personal question? I just dumped it in
No,
the
Josh,
middle
we
of the-
didn't. This was not in the
Yeah,
notes.
no
Okay.
one emailed about this.
Right. I'm sorry. This was not in the calendar invite that you sent me.
There was one time my brother and his girlfriend were over for Christmas. They've been dating for 2 years.
I
and
hope
so
the
we're all-
story ends like the Filipino cousin.
Oh no,
someone
that's
having
even
like,
two
no,
worse.
yeah.
Basically, it
I want
does.
two
No.
toes.
And I was just like, my brother and his girlfriend have been there for, I don't know, 2 years. And I was like, oh, are you guys going to have kids? And she's like, oh yeah. And he's like, no. And I was like, you literally never like discussed this in 2 years of dating? Like that's,
Wow.
so people will go whole periods of their lives without, I assume 10 years it came up at some point. I want to believe.
It's come up, yeah.
so.
One of the things that I love is that we've been together for so long with just each other. So like
Yeah.
whatever we do,
You're going to fuck it up. I get it. Yeah. All right. It's time for games. That's enough of that. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We'll all find out if they're
Who's
going to
got
have children
3
together.
thumbs and socks? That guy.
I only have 2 thumbs.
Three
but
thumbs.
Whatever.
Very personal
You
question.
could have had 3 thumbs. Yeah.
That's true. Man, that would be a fun thing. I'm the comic with 2 thumbs. All right, anyway. Sorry. Okay. Fuck, Marry, Kill, everybody's favorite game. There's probably sexy music coming up right now. We can't hear it, but it'll be happening.
He's writing sexy music.
So fuck, Marry, Kill, we're going to say regional food types. So like if you love Japanese food or you hate Thai food or whatever. Again, not the people. The people are lovely of all these places.
Yes, I'm glad we put that in there.
I'll try to keep it straight.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah.
Right.
Is this going to be a problem?
Or
like
a hard game.
It is a hard
I
game.
don't-
Yeah. So I usually, a lot of times I'll go first just to like give people a little
Yeah,
bit
you
of
do it first.
mental space. I will say I love Indian food. I think it's so great. I think that it's great how they can jam 17 spices into a single dish. I think it's awesome. You know what I mean? Some of the cream dishes are like heavy, and I'm like, whew, that is a lot of food. But
we will do it
love
again.
It. Yeah,
we will eat
I
it
will
again.
dump all the rice into this and fuck with it. It's so good.
So that's your fuck?
That's my love. That's my Mary.
Oh, the
that's my
Mary.
Mary.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Indian
did this
food
way out of
forever.
order already.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? Okay, so you're gonna marry Indian food.
Great.
Yeah, but we can do it in any order anybody wants to do. It's fine. We're not.
I'm just trying to make
now
sure
We're
you
not
know
married to this order. Podcast canceled.
Wow.
Haven's like, and that's it. All the other times were
It
jokes.
wasn't the ratings. It was that joke.
Do we have a pun max or?
No, we're
Okay.
fine.
Oh, please
We're
no.
good.
I
Yeah.
love puns. There should be no max.
Unlimited puns.
Yeah.
Pun limited.
I mean, honestly, at this point,
That was really good.
I could kill Italian food just because growing up in Connecticut, it's just like especially like in a small town in Connecticut, every small town has like 2 Italian restaurants that are just like, I just don't ever need to have it again. I don't know.
I feel like if you ever set foot in Worcester Square again, as long as you live, they will chase you out.
Chicken
for
parm
that.
sub.
so many reasons.
Although you don't
Yeah.
eat chicken.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
like,
There's
Yeah.
not a lot. Like eggplant,
Vegetarian,
parm is good, but yeah,
Italian,
like again, we're not including pizza in this. I just want to be very
This is
clear.
like American
wait a
Italian food.
second.
you mean,
Right, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, just like I mean, also I
Not
will
like
say I
Italian,
do like
Italian.
Adriana's quite a bit.
Oh,
but, you
Adriana's
know.
is very good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Oh, remember when
But
we
sometimes
went
I'm like, I'm just
Mhm.
eating a giant sea bass. Is this Italian food, or am I just eating a giant fish? I don't know what's happening.
Well, it's just all about the seasoning.
Well, did an Italian person touch it?
right, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I feel probably 4 touched it by the time I got to it. Yeah.
Heyo.
So let's see, and then what is it? Fuck with?
Yeah, what you gonna fuck
Yeah.
with, boy?
What kind of fuck is this? Is this like a fuck and then you leave? Like you just want to do it once?
I love.
Or do you want to
Wow.
like
Yes.
Kevin, we know
I
kind
call
of
those
lover.
the fucking forget. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, see ya.
like
Oh,
is this like the
wow.
dirty secret?
Yeah, is this
No.
like the love
Food, or
affair
is this-
fucking?
I'm
It's
just trying to figure
Or
out.
like
the-
it's like your guilty pleasure where
more
no
like
one knows that
it's
you
like
eat
more
it.
than a guilty pleasure. It's like something that you enjoy.
It's
you
like
know?
It's like a
occasional
comfort.
hookup.
Like
we almost used to
yeah.
say like once a
Oh.
week, once a
the
month.
booty call.
Okay.
Never again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like your
something you
booty
would-
call food.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so this is
Okay.
booty call food.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanna
exactly.
know how to
Fuck
play
with
the
booty
game
call
right.
food. Oh, I got mine already.
So
Man,
I
this
would
is hard.
say Jennifer. Actually, I'm a huge fan.
Oh.
Jokes.
Oh.
Jokes. Not a real person. God. Probably a real person.
I was
No,
like,
it's not a real
damn.
person.
Sorry,
no.
Jennifer.
Jennifer is a mean person. She'll be fine.
Jennifer's everywhere. Unsubscribe
Jennifer's, yeah,
from
well,
the
what are you gonna
podcast.
do?
42.
Shit.
We're gonna take down a demographic.
35.
Jennifer's is not. How many of them could
I
possibly
thought that
be
was
named
one of
Jennifer?
your main like fan bases was women.
I
named
feel like
Jennifer.
the name Jennifer has just fallen off in general. No offense.
Yeah, who is
Yeah.
I just think it was very popular for a while, and
Right.
then it.
I guess I would say fuck with would be like ramen because like I understand it's so great, but I feel like a lot of people around me want to eat it all the time, and I can't. Like, it's something I need to be in the right mood for. It needs to be the right weather. Like, I don't always want to fuck up a whole bowl of ramen. It just feels like a lot for me. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I like it, but it's just like it's intense, you know.
Okay.
So that's my fuck with. Does anybody else have any
Yeah.
answer for anything?
My fuck with is definitely Chinese food.
Oh, all right. You like that?
100%.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I could booty call that baby anytime,
Woo.
day or night.
Blessings to go.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like they're
It's
cooking
the
it before
best.
you even call.
And they do their boneless spare ribs on Tuesdays. They like cut them up, chop them
Uh.
off, so they're always fresh on Wednesdays. And I'm like, shit, am I hosting
Yeah. Oh, is
potluck
that the
tonight? I'm like,
schedule?
because I could get some. Yeah, I'm like, 'cause I could get some fucking boneless spare ribs up in here.
Wednesday
So-
boneless.
My
spare
God,
ribs.
yes.
Oh, is that on the to-do list now?
That's
It's
the
so
TV list.
good.
Yeah,
We should just
well,
have
we
a
need to-
Chinese food potluck next time.
Well, yeah,
Ooh,
we need to try a
let's-
Tuesday batch
Let's do it
versus
this.
a Wednesday
Let's
batch.
do this Wednesday.
Okay.
No, Wednesday is when they're like perfect.
I
'cause I
know.
think they get them late Tuesday.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like them next day. Like
maybe Tuesday
Italian
they're
food.
serving the last of the stuff that was
Right,
good
that's
on
the-
Wednesday.
that's the
Oh
don't
yeah,
get spare
right.
ribs
See,
day.
we want the
Yeah.
Wednesday stuff.
So get a
Right.
Tuesday, get a Wednesday.
Right.
And
Oh
then
man, I'm
compare.
telling you,
Side by side.
I
Right.
fuck with that.
This
Let's
is-
see.
It's hard.
What would I marry?
The important part is that you kill something and we all get offended.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, that's interesting.
Any answers?
I
Oh,
personally,
we are
I'm like
running out of
over
time.
ramen. I don't really like ramen. It's
Over
not my
ramen.
jam.
Oh, I know I would have killed.
You're okay.
So I would kill
You're not
it.
gonna get mad at us for
I would
going
kill-
over. I just like.
This is too entertaining.
I think when
for
somebody
him to
looks
be
at it,
able
they're like
to
an hour and
stop.
50. Fuck off.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Just give him an extra 25 for his time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See?
True.
Yep.
Kevin, I authorize payment to.
Yeah, there you go.
He accepts
Authorize a little
Venmo.
extra, little
Please
something,
take some of
something.
my massive sponsorship checks.
So
and send
I
them
would,
over to
I
him.
think I would kill off. I would honestly probably kill off the ramen scene. I think
Wow,
I'm just like,
nice.
there's so much.
I can't believe a new ramen place opened across from Mecha. Like, what a
Yeah,
what
they
a
just,
move.
yeah.
I walked
No
by
way.
Noodle,
I walked
yeah.
by the other night. And
Yeah. Yeah.
It was completely empty.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
I like how you
plus
said that like a
that
scary
spot,
story.
I don't know
with the
why.
pause,
I don't know
yeah.
why Brother Jimmy's just didn't take over that spot and leave it because
Yeah.
it's not. That's not a
I think
spot.
it's the lady who owns Anaya, I believe, owns it.
Oh.
And she's a nice lady, and also was one of my first advertisers on the blog. But that
Oh
being
my
said,
God.
opening up a ramen place across from Mecha is a fucking not
Yeah.
a
And
I
they-
just
I
don't
just-
get it.
They also, it looks like they have like a touchscreen order system
Oh,
or
no.
something.
No.
So
No.
it
You wanna
looks
be
like
able
you
to
don't
ask
even
people
have
what
to
stuff
interact
Remember
with
when
anybody.
Froyo was
Yeah.
really popular and like then we had
No,
tons
I'm
of
over
Froyos
that.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about ramen. Like, bye.
That would be.
But I like Froyo, and it's more accessible to me. as
Yeah,
a
but
guy.
we don't need 10 of them.
No.
Just
Probably
like we
true.
don't need 15 ramen restaurants.
Right.
Right. Well,
My kill is pokey. Poke.
Ah, yeah.
I feel
Wow.
the same way about it. And
Yeah,
honestly,
see.
like
I
so
love it.
I actually love sushi, and sushi might be my Mary because it's like something that we can't make at home. Well, we do sometimes, but
Yeah.
we don't make it
It's
home
a lot of work.
often.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of work,
Right.
and so I really love to go out and
it is so good. It's
Yeah.
like reasonably good for you, which is nice.
But
you
I
know?
thought poke would be like I would love it for the
What do
same
you mean?
reasons.
I think the rice and sushi is like not good for
Plus
you at
all the
all.
all the
mayonnaise and
rice,
stuff,
but the
you know.
seafood is like pretty. I don't know. Of all the food you can get out to eat, I think it's like definitely.
Mercury's great for you.
I think I would
Yeah, if you
say
eat it every
I think
day.
sushi is like one of the least healthy.
I disagree.
Okay,
Anyway.
we're gonna have to. We're gonna look this up.
Okay.
Let's not,
Part
please,
two.
because
Yeah, you don't want to know.
I just want to live in my ignorance. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought I would like poke for the same reasons as I love sushi, and I don't. I feel like it's like a cheap. And the fish isn't all is not as good, and it's not like you throw everything in, but it's not really like thoughtful. I don't know. I just
I love
Yeah,
it.
dude,
Shit,
I've
give
just
me
been-
20 ingredients,
really
including hell
I'm
yeah, I
over
love it. But you know,
we have like 4
there's
or
too
5
many places.
now.
Yeah, there's too many
Yeah.
places, but I like it as a concept.
Yeah.
It's oversaturated, but I'll eat that shit anytime.
Right.
I think Thai is my Mary.
Mm.
Ooh.
It was tied between Indian food.
All right, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
We're done
We
here.
reached the pun next, apparently.
I wasn't sure where it was, but we fucking
The
found it.
microphones just shut
And
off.
it's over. Yeah, I would definitely marry Thai food, I think. Because Indian, I could do, but I couldn't do it every day. And
That's
Thai food,
true.
I could definitely do every
Yeah.
day.
I do like it's
Hey-o.
also veggie friendly, which is nice.
Yeah, which is
you
nice.
know?
Because if I don't
Yeah.
want to eat meat on a Monday,
Oh yeah.
I don't have to.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't think you
Meatless
lose that
Monday.
much in Thai food without the meat.
No,
You
it
know
still
what I
feels
mean?
very
Yeah.
filling. Like you're
Lots of
not,
vegetarian stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Which
like
I
that.
like.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Kevin, do you have any opinions, or do you want to stay uninvolved in this due to your?
Oh no, I definitely have some fuck Mary kills that I need to like get out,
Okay.
get off my chest.
Get them off your
Yeah.
chest.
Do it.
All right. So, my booty call.
Yes, booty call.
Specifically,
That's a
as
good
far
name.
as regional cuisine, I'm gonna call all you can eat sushi a regional cuisine. so that's
So
definitely
basically
my
doing-
fuck.
all you can
We're
eat
basically
region
doing
of
restaurant
Japan?
concepts, I guess. Is
Wow.
what I'm
Well,
hearing.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
only
Sure.
because if it's not all you can eat, it will definitely break the bank.
Yeah,
That's
true.
true. Yeah.
So,
And I could definitely eat a pound of sushi given
Yeah.
the opportunity, and yeah,
but so sushi.
Wow.
fuck with
but,
hell yeah. What's your
yeah,
favorite place to do that? Palace?
to do the all you can eat?
yeah, Sushi Palace, Sushi X,
It's Sushi X.
Okay. Orange location.
No, the one. Yeah, the one. Yeah, is that orange?
I
thought it
guess.
was. Yeah,
Down
Milford,
95?
West Haven.
Yeah.
Milford,
West
yeah.
Haven.
Okay, West. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
All those towns are the same.
Yeah.
What even happens over there?
Only when Sushi Palace has
Post road. I don't know what's going on over there.
only when Sushi Palace has an like A rating will I go. So it's just
Wow, they drive by Hamden, they're
That-
going down Dixwell. They're like, "Oh, B, no, next time
C
pass."
sometime.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna say
See?
anything, but
Oh,
beyond that, but
snap.
yeah.
Especially with
Yeah.
raw fish, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
Maybe.
sometimes it's just the inspector being a dick. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
mean,
honest.
sometimes it might be like enough like equipment issues or structural issues,
right,
but
or like grease
I don't know
spilling
that.
out of the back
Yeah.
somewhere.
So my Mary is obviously gonna have to be, Filipino food.
Yeah,
Because,
hello.
I mean,
I thought I was gonna say
Hope
Italian
so.
food.
aside from Seth,
Italian
I'm gonna be
barbecue.
that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe
Um,
with the oregano.
next time.
Another good concept.
And definitely am gonna have to, kill Italian food. Not pizza, not
Yeah,
like
not pizza, obviously.
not
crazy.
Italian food like made in Italy or people that are doing cool Italian food,
Yeah.
but
Just your standard.
penne pasta,
Yeah,
lobster ravioli,
yeah.
penne
Fully.
vodka, whatever. Like that spaghetti
Just over
meatball
it.
scene.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
For sure.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Kill it.
Oh no, they kill it.
We're coming
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you.
The other fuck it. The bad
I
kind.
understood it. Yeah. Did everyone do everything?
I think Seth, did you say
I think I was avoiding my fucking
kill?
my marry.
I
Oh,
mean, you
sushi
don't
would
have
be
to.
my
The
booty
marry. That's
call?
my marry. My booty call. Oh, I love a good banh mi. Isn't that
Oh,
nice?
okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Mm.
really care for it. I just eat the inside. I can't eat the bun.
The bun is.
But the bun's
I would
where it's
also
at.
my.
It is
That's why
point.
that's why you get the bun me.
It might actually also be some kind of noodle soup.
I'm out.
Anyway, I think I suddenly remember why Colin is usually the coolest.
Wow, that's fucked. I will definitely be back though, so ain't no
Oh
stopping
yeah,
me.
no, Colin. Well, no, Colin's good for one really just terrible thought per episode. So yeah, we're just like, God damn it, could you not say these things? Do you know where this is recorded?
I saw him this morning.
Nice. Cool. So next game is Steal Something, where basically we steal something from another city and we bring it to New Haven.
Oh.
So like previous answers have been like the pedestrian only walkway in Burlington, Vermont.
Oh.
Or,
That was mine, I think.
Yep.
That was one of my favorites.
I mean, I don't know. We've like had so many.
Oh,
Riverwalk.
I
And,
know what I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
steal.
Yeah, like
Okay.
San
Yeah, go ahead.
Antonio, I think. Is that where that is?
Sure.
I'm
yeah.
gonna steal this thing in California called Soma Street Food Park. They probably
Mhm.
have a lot of street food parks, but I think back to the food truck thing that the city doesn't do enough to encourage food truck business. We could have so much better laws, and if we had like a
We
parking
just
lot,
increased the permit fees. What do you want?
if we had like a parking lot with a rotating cast of food trucks every
Mhm.
single day, it would be like a cool place to sit and like kind of
Yeah,
bob around.
like a
So
food truck
there was
park.
this fantastic one in California that we went to called Soma Street Food Park. So I think we could use one of those.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'd
Or
be
like a
awesome.
commercial kitchen where we could like take over for a month. You
Yeah.
know, like a
Right.
little pop-up space.
Yeah.
One of those dedicated incubators here.
Mhm.
We also need that. So I'm stealing two things.
Okay.
I would steal from Northampton, Mass. Legal weed. I just what are we doing? Can I get it
I
together?
don't know.
It's actually
We'd make too much money.
it's actually what I heard from my friends who are in politics is basically that like the cities and the suburbs can't agree on who gets the money. That everybody actually does want it, but they can't figure out the logistics.
Yeah, where
and
it would
there's-
go.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there'd be
So-
too much of it.
Right, exactly. But like the suburbs will probably end up with it, and the cities
Right.
are like,
And
we're the
that's
ones who've been
fucked.
fucked over
Exactly, right.
by the drug war. So how are you going to get everything?
Suburbs don't really need much else, I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest.
We should burn them all to the ground. I
no,
agree.
that's
Welcome
harsh.
to the Burn Guilford to the Ground podcast.
You kind of live in the suburbs in a weird way.
Yeah, that's.
So maybe not burn them to the
I
ground.
mean, there was a shooting on my street a week ago,
That's
so I wouldn't
different.
call it the burbs.
That's different. Yeah.
We're not quite there.
Shootings happen in the burbs too. Let's not forget about some horrible, events.
I mean, the Whaley Ave Food Mart is not a suburban place. Let me tell you.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Liquor World. Yeah, these are not suburban places. This is a very urban environment over on Whaley Ave. So, what about you, Kev? You got anything you want to steal?
So I would definitely steal like the something that we are lacking is like a big farmers market food court that's like
food court. would
like
be
you'd
great.
Closed.
see like what was that, like Reading Terminal Market,
Oh, I
where
love
it's got a food
Reading.
court,
Yeah.
it's got
Right.
vendors, it's got I get it, we're a small city.
Yeah, yeah.
We could have one.
We
We
could
could
have a
totally
fucking
have one.
food
We
court.
have plenty of
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Empty, non-used
I thought there was supposed to be a
space.
food court, and it just never happened over there on like Church Street. I think there was like supposed to be something, and then
Ooh.
I
Can we
I
do
don't
a
know.
fist pound
I have
on
no
the
idea.
table for a food court?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, food.
We don't
court.
have to.
Food
Oh
court.
god,
I did it.
I thought that. I thought.
it's fine.
I thought that wasn't Gourmet Heaven originally supposed to be like the idea of a food court?
Oh really?
I thought that was the idea.
Oh,
there.
really?
I don't know.
Oh.
No, it's called Good Nature Market. It's a totally different business that definitely doesn't
Whatever.
steal money and not pay taxes. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Wow, that was only like 3 years ago, wasn't it?
For
Did you
the
have
second
anything?
time or
Did
the
you
first
want a
time?
new one, or do you want to do the last game? Because we're running out of time.
Let's
for
do
sure.
the last game. Sure.
Okay.
Skip me.
Cool. So
Everybody
wanna
knows
know-
what I want. I
I
want
wanna
a
know
pedestrian only
later.
walkway.
Fair,
I think
fair,
it's like
fair.
one of these streets. Even this
yeah,
one.
the co-hosts
What
don't
is this
always
again?
have
Center
to.
Street.
Yep.
Pedestrian
Perfect.
only. Although that's pretty boring there.
Yeah.
I'd want a
Not
better
ideal.
street,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I still want it.
For sure. Okay, so last one is Mayor for a Day. Basically, we give you a cool $1 million to do whatever you want in New Haven, no questions asked. Well,
I mean,
Some questions.
I'll ask you questions, but the alders won't.
I'll just be
you won't
like
have
this.
alder
You're like,
approval.
okay.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
no one else will.
Yeah. Cool $1,000,000. Anything you want in New Haven? What would you do with
I
it?
think we would open the restaurant, wouldn't we? Don't we have to say that?
Yeah.
We're like, oh, no, we didn't really want that.
Yeah.
This mayor's going to put it in their pocket.
But with that amount of money, if I had $1 million to do it, I would make sure I had a really dope rooftop or a really awesome like patio courtyard type of area where we could have like outside parties and I could light stuff on fire.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, like bonfires
kind
and
of
stuff,
stuff?
and like
Bonfires.
fires to roast pigs and what have you, and things like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I said that,
It's a pretty boring
hypothetically,
answer,
the
but
restaurant.
okay.
I'm like, you know,
It's okay.
we don't have any PR people.
Nobody's
so it's really
listening
just
anymore.
me.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We lost
Too long.
5.
Yeah. We're an
Yeah.
hour.
All the
plus into
Jennifers
this.
stop
We're fine.
listening.
God, what was I thinking? That'd be funny if that was the moment where I really went over the line. So weird. Okay. So. I
Kev,
think
what
it's-
about you?
Yeah. Do you have anything that you want to say to Kawit?
Cool
or-
million
Oh, cool $1,000,000.
coming at you.
Cool Mill.
Maybe it won't go that far with the place I'm thinking of, but Grand Avenue definitely needs to be fixed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
What would you do to fix it up?
I don't know. I'm not a mayor.
I would put
Okay.
a Cumberland Farms right
like-
across from Adriana's.
I don't know. Like,
corner
there's so many
needs-
not delinquent.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Like negligent, like
There's so many
Dilapidated.
dilapidated is the
Right.
what I
Blight?
wanted to use. Dilapidated buildings that have been boarded up for at least like
Couple years. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
like
That corner
6,
store
7,
has been
8
like 4
years.
separate corner stores that
Yeah.
all look like drug friends. Like that just needs
Yeah.
to like.
It is interesting because you get further down Grand Ave and it's like nice,
It's
like
great.
vibrant,
Yeah.
but there's like that
Especially by Front
hole.
Road, Front Street.
Yeah, it's like
so
there's
cute.
like that
Yeah.
gap between.
There's definitely a lot of big gaps.
Yeah.
I thought like
which is
like
kind
where
of the
that
story of New Haven in many ways.
We got holes to fill, you guys.
Holes
I think
to
we're right
fill.
back to it. Yeah.
Ah, full
But I got the
circle.
2
That's
guys
it.
who are ready
Now
to
we
fill
can
those
stop.
holes.
That's it. The whole filler.
I kind of wish we were still doing fun.
Maybe we should
titles.
infiltrate Grand Ave and bring you guys down Filipino and Grand. I mean,
would
maybe
love if I mean, you'd miss the lunch crowd, but yeah.
I
like
guess,
or
yeah.
a coffee shop or something, like place to hear
Right.
live music at night.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Mm.
you know.
I was walking down Grand Ave, like, I don't know, it was like last year, but it was like at night and it was like, I was like 10 p.m. and I felt like it was more active and vibrant than like downtown in many ways.
Sure.
Like it was
Yeah.
like, just felt more like, I was like, well, these people are like actually hanging out.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a lot of times like downtown, I'm like, these are just like touristy, or people are just going to have dinner and then they go leave.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Getting
it is.
drunk near each other.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
there's also a lot of homeless on Grand Ave that don't really have places to go, so they have to hang out.
Perhaps,
Like,
yes, perhaps.
that's their
I just
life.
thought it was alternative fashion. I don't know. I have no idea what people are doing. I don't want to judge too quickly.
Excuse
It's
me,
just
sir.
like-
Where's the Urban Outfitter?
the brand
it's a fine,
less.
it's a fine
brand
line.
less.
It's a fine line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So October 10th,
Yeah. So right.
ShareCon.
Yeah. So
Which is right next
is
to
this
the
like
Yale
the social
Books?
media plug? Yep. So right next
Yeah.
to the Yale bookstore, Philippian Feast, October 10th, from 5 p.m. till close.
Yeah. How do people follow you?
They can follow us. Our website is www.kawitfood.com. That's KAWITFOOD.com. You can email us at info@kawitfood.com, and then our Instagram, which is me pretending like I know what I'm doing.
Doing a great job
Thanks.
That's all any of us are
Fake
doing.
it to make
Yeah.
it,
Fake it,
y'all.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Is the handle is Kawit NHV, KAWIT NHV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And Shaina, you have a business, right? You want to plug
Yum.
your? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really food related,
Shaina,
but I
et
do
cetera.
events.
No.
Yeah, Shaina, etc.
Okay.
I primarily do packing, unpacking, decluttering, downsizing for people because that's sort of my niche, if you will.
Oh, so like you're like
more full circle.
Yep, but then
What's
of
her
course, what? Oh, Marie Kondo.
Yeah. Is it like that?
I'm a little less intense. I'm definitely intense. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I find things to be more useful than they are bring you joy. So that's
Okay.
there's a little.
Yeah,
I'm not so strict in that way where like everything needs to go because
Yeah.
you should only have 2
I
sweaters.
actually was reading that book and I'm like, well, nothing brings me joy. So I have to throw it all out. Like, how is this
Oh,
gonna
boy.
work?
Burn it down and start again, Josh.
This book is not meant for depressed people. How to flaw.
Yeah, so I'm not that intense. But and then on the other side of it, most people know that I love throwing parties, so I do events as well. So
Okay.
Yep,
And
and
how
I've
do
done a
they
couple
find you?
weddings. ShainaEtcetera.com. ShainaEtc.com.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
And you can find me on social media at JLevNHV, and probably on, Just Google Josh Levinson New Haven and you'll find me. Sure, I'm not that hard to find. You'll see me posting my hateful thoughts on Twitter, whatever. But mostly directed inward. Don't worry.
Most hateful thoughts.
Mostly, just towards like humanity. I actually like specific people, but just humans as a whole. I'm like, ugh, gross. Anyway, thank you so much, Kevin and Seth.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
I hope you had a great time. And Shaina, thank you for coming back.
Sure. I loved it.
Eamon, thank you so much for helping us out. We appreciate you. And we will see you next time on the Between Two Rocks podcast.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Busy people and lots of yellies, Worcester hipsters and fat up townies. We have more than pizza in common, with 2 rocks for bookends. New Haven, New Haven, New Haven. Between 2 rocks. Ba-da-da-da.